Uh, Welcome to the Data Future channel. This is Shekhar, and today we are going to see the stemming and lemmatization, which is mostly used in the natural language processing. So, this stemming and lemmatization, these two, the techniques are called as text pre-processing techniques. Text pre-processing means before providing input as a text to the model, so we have to the clean the text, or we have to process the text. That is called as the text pre-processing. We will see how this stemming and lemmatization, these techniques are works. Okay, so what exactly stemming is? So stemming is the basically process of removing the suffixes from the word so that that word can be converted into word stem. So word stem is the root word, we can say. Now here is the example. So likes, likely, and like, these three words are um, derived from the word like. So this is the stem, the word stem actually. So likewise, we are converting all the words into their word stem in the stemming process. Okay. Um, Stemming standardize the words to their base stem, irrespective of their inflections, which helps many applications like clustering and the classifying the text. Most of the search engines are using this technique extensively to give the better result irrespective of the word form. So most of the cases for the searching any documents, um, basically we are using the word stemming. Okay, the stemming. So the one of the most popular algorithm which is used for the stemming purpose is the Porter stemming. Okay, which is proposed in the 1980. This is based on the suffixes in the English language actually, and made up of combination of smaller and the simple suffixes. Okay. It is known for its efficient and the simple processes, but it comes with the several disadvantages also. This stemming process is algorithm. This Porter stemming is basically based on the uh, it's a hard-coded rule-based approach, and so it is very simple and the efficient one. But it also having some disadvantages. Since it is based on the hard-coded rules, which results from the English language, so it can be only used for the English language only. Okay. Sometimes what happens, the output of the Porter stemmer is not the English word, but it's an artificial word. So whenever we chop off the suffixes, the word becomes the artificial word. Means that word you will not find in the English language. Okay. So in that, the what is the overstemming? So overstemming is nothing but what the word universe, university, and the universal, these words are derived from the universe. Okay, but it will chop and convert the word into a universe. Okay, that is one. The understemming means basically these two words are having some different meanings, and uh, so you can see here the understemming is the exactly opposite behavior of the overstemming, and included cases in which the multiple words are not stemmed from the common root. Okay, common root, even though they should. Okay. However, the most stemming algorithms do not cut it to their common root, which is a false negative error. So alumnus and the alumni is having some different meanings. So these words should not convert into this alumni. So this should remain as is, but it will convert into its root word, which is a false negative actually. So this is the one error of stemming. The next we are going to see what exactly is lemmatization. Okay, so Here, whenever we say lemmatization, so lemmatization is the similar to stemming, similar to stemming, but it brings the context to the word. Okay, context to the word means it understands the meaning of the word. Okay, so mostly lemmatization algorithms takes as a positional argument as the input, such as the whether the word is from adjective, word, or verb. Okay, so uh, there is a improved version of the stemming is called as the lemmatization, right? Consider the context of that particular word. So you can see here, uh, uh, lemmatization is the process of developing the stemmings and describe the process of grouping the grouping together the different inflected forms of the words. Like you can see, this is the like, that is likes, better is the good, and worse is bad. So likewise, it will consider the context of that particular word. Okay, so lemmatization applications are in biomedicine, to retrieve the information from the biomedicine literature, search engines, compact indexing, efficient method to store the data in the form of index values, because it is considered in the context of that particular word. Okay, so here in this section we have to see what is the difference between lemmatization versus stemming. Okay, yes, whenever we do text processing, we need both the techniques. That is the text pre-processing, we can say, stemming and lemmatization. Okay, so lemmatization is preferred over the stemming. Why? Because it is considering the context of that particular word. So it is the contextual. It will do the contextual analysis instead of hard-coded rule and chop up the suffix. So that happens in the stemming, which is the main disadvantage. But it considers the context. If the text document is very long, then lemmatization takes very long time, because it requires it's the memory intensive, and it requires a lot of computation resources. So lemmatization takes a lot of time to analyze particular text if it is long. Lemmatization preferred over stemming because the contextual analysis, already we have seen. The contextuality is especially important when the contents need a specifically understood. So whenever if you want to understand the content of the document, then we have to go for the lemmatization instead of stemming. So here is the chatbot is the most important application here. We can say, uh, where we have to carry out the conversation based on the context. Okay. For other applications, stemming's functionality is maybe sufficient, like search engines, because search engines will retrieve the information from the large database. So where we cannot use the lemmatization because it will take a lot of time and requires the computational resources. So instead of that, for the whenever there is a context is not important, in that case we can go for the stemming actually. Um, by searching not only search pages alone, but the word stems in the index, different one forms can be overcome, and the search can be greatly accelerated by using a stemming. So stemming is basically mostly used for the search engine. Okay, which is a very fast one. Stemming is a faster process. Already we know that. Um, uh, uh, Fast process. Why? Irrespective of what it will, irrespective of context, it is chop off the suffixes. That's all. So whenever lemmatization is required, so we can say it is the context dependent. The stemming is the rule based, where the lemmatization, it's a rule based approach. Here is the dictionary based approach. The lemmatization is the dictionary based approach. Lemmatization is having a higher accuracy than the stemming. Already we know that because of it is considering the context of that particular word. Limitization is used for the context analysis, where stemming is recommended where the context is not important, like the search engines. Okay. There are few applications of this methodologies. One is the information retrieval. The stemming and lemmatization can be used to map the documents to the general topic and provide the search results by the indexing. The document clustering, stemming and lemmatization reduce the number of tokens to facilitate the transfer of same information. Here the feature is estimated by the determine the frequency of the each token, and that clustering method is and then clustering method is applied. So before applying the clustering methods, we have to use the stemming and limitation. And sentiment analysis, where if you want to the classify the news, uh, so analyze the reviews on the social media. If you want to analyze the product reviews, or if you have to check the toxicity of the news and the content, then we can go for the text speed processing techniques, um, that is stemming and lemmatization. That's all from my side. Thank you.